But there's two main ingredients I look for and I try to convey. One is the value of embracing goal setting and goal mapping. The second part of the practice, which is really valuable, is taking a consultative approach, giving advice based on a conference and consulting with the clients and giving them ideas about what products or services are needed. In other words, devise a plan first, then import products to it, and hopefully work as a team with other advisors. So that would be how I would approach providing financial advice, or would signal me out as being somewhat unique or different. There's an enthusiasm I get from my clients, and I hope that they catch that kind of enthusiasm and use it in their planning of their finances, but because it leads to the planning of their life. It starts and stops with Northwestern University. I was given a unique break to go to school there, and one of the deans at that university took me under his wing, and I was able to be admitted to that university as a evening student, culminating with a degree from Northwestern. And I was able to teach a class with this law professor, political science professor, Anthony D'Amato, and it was called Global Life of Mankind. That set the stage for me to understand that despite the fact I was told no to going to a university of that caliber, with persistence and goal mapping and belief in myself and enthusiasm, you could actually make things happen. And I did. And that was the first day I realized goal planning works. Well, the class has been created and the process has been created to give people an educational approach to planning and mapping out their life, and not just financial affairs. So the reasons that people might want to come and hear what I have to say would be based on the fact that I've come up with a template or model or process all rolled into one about how to set goals, how do you eliminate or reduce agreements, and in the process follow a philosophy of thinking, planning, and then achieving. That model seems to resonate with most people I've met with because it's a disciplined approach to financial planning, and it starts and stops with people with their finances, but it goes much broader. It should be broadened out, and that's what the class brings, is the methodology, whether you're trying to map out something that's health or finance or business related. A chance to brag. Northwestern University was a big deal and still is. It was a place where it taught me how to think. I went on to study law at the University of Melbourne Law School, and I also took classes in the evening division at Santa Clara Law. But the other awards that I've received is along the way was the Eagle Scout thing when I was a young man, and then being offered opportunities to work in business, culminated with my abilities to achieve certain things in my life that would be valuable to anybody. And I think in Morgan Hill, what I was able to do in terms of accomplishments was serve on the board of the Chamber of Commerce in 1990, served on the board of managers for the YMCA, Mount Madonna YMCA, and contribute to the community that way. Also, I was involved with Rotary and founded the first veterans program for Morgan Hill Rotarians. It still exists today. And what's unique about that is I was given an award, a commendation by Zoe Lofgren, our congresswoman for the area. She acknowledged my wife and I as contributing to the veterans and the welfare of veterans. She doesn't realize, though, I started in 1971 entertaining troops from Vietnam in Chicago. There's a lot of things that I think make sense for people. I think that there's several considerations. I think the first consideration is start where you are right now. That's number one. Once you get beyond that, there's a lot of average statements made by financial planners about things you should think about, saving money, etc. But there's 4 or 5 items that I think are really paramount to this. One would be believe in yourself. 2, become excited about the learning process. 3, become a goal setter, first, foremost, and always. Number 4, increase your goals and reduce agreements. When you ask people about their agreements and their goals, there's too many agreements in their life and not enough goals. There's no time left to achieve anything that's goal-related. And most importantly, live a balanced life, one that comes from thinking with your heart, not your mind. We moved here about 34 years ago as a place to settle and build a family, and my wife and I moved down here with the idea of enjoying the community, being an active part of it. We've accomplished that as one of our goals, contribute to the community, and enjoy the community spirit. So Morgan Hill's got a very unique community spirit. Good, better, and different, it's a great place to live.